What's going on, party people? So I just wanted to make this little update video about how things was going. Last time I made a video, I was talking about making this media indexer here and what the plan was for it. And I made a bunch of database tables using the database manager over here. And I made all these tables and rendered out the interface for it. So I wanted to go over here and talk about what was happening next. So this is in the middle of development. So there are still problems with this. This is I guess like a halfway point or something like that. And so here we have this thing, this interface here, and I want to have it more padded and everything and make it look prettier later. But if we normally we would click on choose files, but I don't want to expose my file system. So we're going to pretend I clicked on choose files and we're going to open this one. And bam, we chose a bunch of pictures. And what these are all pictures I want to index and have information about. But we have this problem where it would be a pain in the rear end to sit here and fill out each one of these individually, especially like if I was getting it off my phone and I had taken it to a music festival and taken 200 pictures, and I wanted to log the information about what music festival it was from, and then all the different bands or whatever, and I wanted to do all that. It would be a pain to do it with this. So I have this design. So I want to click on add info family, and that brings this up. And what this is instead of doing it individually here, I could fill out information here. So say like tags, I don't have but two tags right now. I have personal tags, or I could do, let's see, New Year's. You know what I mean? Those are the only tags in there right now. But here's the kicker. After I entered these tags, and I could add an author like Joey was the photographer. And then I can go over here and I can click on these, and this is indicating which ones of these is going to be this information right here. Kerchow, 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 Kerchow. And then I could hit A and all of them will come on. Kerchow. And then I could have more info families. So I can scroll back over here. I want to add another info family. And this one could be, I want to switch them like that. And then this one could be, this one could also have a videographer or a editor. Jimmy was the editor. And then I could go through here, and that way I could index this information rather quickly, I'm hoping. And I don't have the back end interface rendered yet. And so, but, all right, so I want to show y'all some more stuff. I want to go, let's see. Oh, yeah, keeping my stuff hidden. All right, so here's an example of the RMF that's letting me do all this in a quick fashion that was a lot faster than it used to be. So right here, this ready-made form function right here, man, it took me forever to write that. And it takes 4 arguments. It takes a target, it's like an element that it goes in that the form's going to sit inside of. This is an array. This function is returning an array, and it's an array of objects that are ready-made input objects and that are a type and a name and a label. And then this is just a label for the form, like a name for the form. And then the last is an object. It's a configuration object. And this one just has a processor function inside of it. You can omit this and just pass a endpoint if you want. But I've gotten to where I usually do the processor function. All right, and so I'm going to go down here. So we have this get media indexer input. I'm going to go down here to where that is. All right, so it's here, and so this is returning this RMF type map and RMF reorder. They're just helper functions. This one changes the order, but the big thing that I didn't show you in the video about the databases is this right here. This is what gets when I use the database manager over here, and I fill this out. And I'm gonna go to edit table, and I render out these functions right here. and this custom type. I'm going to go back to the media indexer. All right, so when I go do that, it renders this interface right here out. So this is the list of the table columns that was in the upload session, and I'm only using the notes here, and then I'm also making a media list, and I'm going to go down here to uh, where I'm defining the media. Now, this is a real custom case. I want to show you a simple case here in a second, but this is a very custom case. And so because it's a custom case, I'm using specific things out of the table that, because I'm going to end up converging it all. When I press submit over here, when I actually save this, all this information is going to get converged. And so a lot of the specifics of the table media, the media indexer media, a lot of the specifics are going to get filled in by the script that saves this over here. All right, so anyway, so I was just wanting to show y'all that, and here's a great example of what an input type is right there. So we have a name is devices, a label text of devices with a capital D, and a type of a dynamic list, which is already programmed in a ready-made form library, and this just lets you add like a list of 10 of these input types. The media device input type. Okay, so I'm going to go over here now that we've looked at that. I'm going to go over here to show y'all. I'm going to go home. Now, these are wizards. I ain't going to get into them today, but these organize my life. There's the media index. I'm going to click on static data. This is the static stuff that I'm tracking about my life now. I built that this year. And down here is the media indexer thing. And what I wanted to show y'all is that, say, these are the static things with the media indexer. So if I go here, and so we have a device type right here, a device right here. It's a Moto phone. It's my phone. But if I add another one, I could say, let me think. What is a DALI 2? It's an AI, open AI DALI 2. All right, and then I'm going to play submit. I get this almost for free. And then if I wanted to edit this, and say I edited it, and I wanted a space here, oh man, media device successfully edited. I get that almost for free, and I'm going to go up here to the static data and show y'all where, see, JavaScript literal, static data, storage location. Let's look at the storage location. I'm going to go back and storage location. And so here we have a storage location. And over here, we have, this is the interface that implements the storage locate. This whole CRUD interface over here is, I get that for almost free by using these inputs that were generated by the database manager. And so I copy this little array here, and it's an array because it's in this list. It's complicated why it needs to be an array. These are arguments to a function call. I call it a basic cluster where I get my name and everything. And but yeah, so I got this. I built this in like 20 minutes. It looks like type is undefined. I bet you type this needs to be a different. Well, we can fix that right now. If I go to the database manager and I go to storage location, it should be storage type. So I'm gonna go on and fix that while I'm here, so I don't have to fix that later. I'm going to save. This little thing here, I made this. And I made it like 8 years ago or 6 years ago, something like that. And but it built this database manager, and it built this right here. Anyway, there's static data, and then I ain't going to take you on a tour. I'll take you on a tour of everything in the wizards another day. I have to be real careful. There's a lot of personal information in there I don't want to expose. You know what I mean? I just don't want to. Anyway, so hey, I hope y'all enjoyed my little videos, about 10 minutes. I know it was a long video. That's a pretty long video. If you made it all the way to the end, that's pretty cool. At the end of the next thing, after I finish this media indexer in the next few days, is a link indexer and then the scripts that schedule the posts on my social media. That's going to take all this data I'm generating here and smash it together and make social media posts about it. I'm pretty stoked. All right, well, anyway, y'all have a good day. Thank you for listening.